workout is done because I was there. The wheelchair's in the back on this rainy day. I am sitting under my truck light and a lamp. I like hanging out with you guys after the gym. I had a couple of donuts today with a coffee, same as last night. My name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm in a wheelchair. I have cerebral palsy. It is a birth defect that is a mental condition that manifests as physical. Everybody gets a voice. I love hearing from everybody. I love hearing a good story. I like to hang out with you guys. My truck will eventually shut this light off. But until then, hopefully the sun will come up by then, but it's really raining outside. I like to get to know everybody. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream. Because there's 24 time zones in the span of a day. So I want to try to make sure I get to see everybody. I'm growing my hair to donate it to cancer. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a huge $2,000 donation to a local charity in my area. I'm going to use YouTube to give everything I possibly can back. Because I don't want to keep anything. I have a pretty decent job. I have a pretty decent life. So I'm going to make sure that I can do everything possible to give back. I want to say that's Rahu right now. I thought it was you. You really love those heart emoji things, so I appreciate you. For anybody new here, my name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm disabled. I have cerebral palsy. I am having my coffee. I actually finished my coffee before the stream today. Because I wasn't starving, so I only got donuts. So I ate the donuts. And I'm just finishing up the coffee just now. But yes, I did go to Tim Hortons again. Because I was hungry after the gym. It is really raining outside. I think we're actually under a weather alert for the rain. So that's kind of fun. For anybody new here, my name is Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm growing my hair to donate it to cancer. I read every single comment because everybody should feel involved. I have cerebral palsy. That's why my channel's name is Handicap Superman. Because I used to competitively lift. And now, I don't. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to donate $2,000 to a local charity in my area. Christian, welcome. I heard tapping the heart brings more engagement. Not sure if that's true. I appreciate you. I'm not sure if that's a good dang or a bad dang, but thank you. My name's Grim. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm growing my hair out because a bunch of people in my circle, as well as my grandmother who beat cancer twice, have suffered from cancer. So I'm donating my hair to cancer. It actually should be long enough next month to donate. So sometime around next month, I'll have short hair. What time is it? It is like 6 something in the morning. A little after 6, actually. Yeah, I don't care about the number of subscribers. That's gonna come. Beaster, I'm not sure what you mean, but thank you for coming to the live stream, man. Everybody gets a personal welcome. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody here. Man, keep the chat PG because everybody's welcome here, so I don't need anybody reading those kind of comments, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. How was your flight? Because the last time you talked, you were on a flight. You look like Majestic King from Fantasy Movies. Gonna miss that hair. Or not really. I am gonna miss the hair actually. So after my donation, I'm gonna grow the hair out. I'm trying to get to know everybody, man, because whether I have 100 subscribers or 1,000, I want to grow the channel super organically, and I have a bunch of fun doing it. So I want to make sure that everybody feels super welcome, and I love hanging out with people. So good. I'm glad it was fun. Like I said, I remember. Yes, and that kind of language will not be tolerated. You beat the cancer, did you? That's amazing to hear. Because I remember you telling me about that. Like I said, I remember you being on the plane because you were on your way to get. I don't know if it was to get treatment, but you were on the plane with your mom. I've never met a mean Canadian. Like, I'm sure they exist. There's mean people everywhere. But so far, you guys seem. Usually, Canadians are. Like I said, there are some, but the Canadians are usually mostly chill. Filmosity, I never welcomed you to the channel, man, so I appreciate you for showing up. How's it going, Michael? So, Michael, you'll be able to see this and get kind of a good laugh out of it. I think the guy that I keep muting keeps making different accounts because he really wants to be here. Also, Michael, I don't know if you were here before, but I'm a star. The last time she was here, she was on a flight to get her cancer treatment, and apparently she beat cancer. So that's huge. We're having a good day so far. Yep, maybe. It's fine. Man, if he's got nothing better to do, he's welcome to it. Raikou, thank you for all those little heart emojis, man. I'm not sure if they do anything, but I appreciate it. I'm not, actually. I just like to sit in my car and talk to the people that subscribe to me. I'm completely sober, actually. I work nights, so that's why this is either super early or super late, depending on where you are. Hans, also welcome. Everybody gets that personal welcome. Ashwin, thank you. The beard's going to be trimmed up soon because I'm donating my hair probably next month. So I appreciate you. But everybody gets that personal welcome. So welcome to the live stream, man. At 750 subscribers, I'm doing a 24-hour live stream to try to meet as many people. You did that too. Man, I'm telling you, the reason I did it, or am doing it, the reason I'm doing this is because a bunch of people in my circle, as well as my grandmother, beat cancer twice. So rather than donate money, I'm donating time and effort. 12/27, we just changed over to summertime. We're getting a plus 16 day today too. Right now we're having a bunch of rain. Actually, it looks like it's kind of stopped. Thank you, I appreciate it. The entire channel is about giving back. I'm gonna give back everything that YouTube allows me to give back. So it's 750 subscribers. I'm doing a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody. Do I know if I can stay up 24 hours? No, but I think a bunch of energy drinks and plus the fact that I work nights can probably help out with that. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a huge $2,000 donation video. So I'm really, really trying to push the channel to grow to new heights. I'm a star. No problem, no problem. You're always welcome to every stream. And congratulations on the fact that you actually beat cancer. Never feel sorry about having to leave, guys. I think that's the biggest thing that I can't stress enough. You guys come here for free. I do this for free. My moderator Michael does this for free, and he's got an even tougher job, especially now. Never feel sorry about having to leave. The fact that you guys showed up, the fact that you guys contributed to the conversation, that's all that matters. Everybody that's here now makes a difference. Everybody that's subscribed is going to make a difference. Because yes, I have goals. Yes, I could do the donation videos and stuff now. But if I set the goals for myself, it encourages me and inspires me to try to hit those goals, to post content to hit those goals. Never feel sorry about having to leave. Never feel sorry about sitting here and listening to me talk, because I'll sit here forever and talk to you guys. You unfortunately don't, but at least you're just listening in the background at work now. So you're getting paid to kind of listen in, but not for me. One of these days, if the channel grows to that big and I can afford to pay moderators, you already know you're the first getting paid. If the channel ever gets there. I feel like it will, but if the channel ever gets there. Ken, welcome back, man. How you doing today? I appreciate your Ragu. I think so as well. Good, man. Me too. I had an amazing workout, and then I had a couple of great donuts. I didn't go for the full sandwich today, but I had a couple of amazing donuts. If there's any Canadians here, man, the honey dip donut from Tim Hortons, that's a mint donut. I mean, the chocolate glazed one is always good too, because I had that as well. But the honey dip donut is something else. For anybody new here, because there's a bunch of people, my name is Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. Everything I do for this YouTube channel is going to be giving back. So at 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody. I'm going to post about it for weeks in advance. I'm going to make sure that everybody sees it, hopefully. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a $2,000 donation video to a local charity in my area to try to give back as much as possible. And I'm going to go to them too. It's not just going to be random stuff. I'm going to ask them what they really need. So clothes, school supplies, shoes, whatever they need, honestly. It's going to be fully produced because my buddy owns a production company. So that's kind of cool. I have to pay him what he's worth, so I'm not sure what he's going to charge me, but hopefully he'll cut me that front rate, you know. But I have no idea what the goals are going to be after that, but it's going to have to be something spectacular. Because if I've already set the bar that high, the goals after it got to be something spectacular. I know I sit here and I know I talk to you guys on live streams all the time, but I'm thinking about doing like a Q&A video, kind of like a long form content of any questions that you guys might have, if that's something. Because like I know that I get asked all the time, like, you're disabled, like what do you drive, stuff like that. Like, how do you drive? Fly to Denmark at 50,000. You know what? That sounds like a brilliant idea, honestly. Kayla, how long have you been growing your hair? First off, welcome to the live stream. Everybody gets that personal welcome because I want everybody to feel welcome. And I've been growing it out for a little over a year because I posted my first short, like I re-uploaded my first short when it hit the year mark, and I think that was like a month ago. So I think I've been doing it for about 13 months. But it's actually long enough to donate now. It's just I want to make sure that it's long enough. So I'm probably going to wait another month to get that extra like ½ inch. Because if you didn't know, the average person's hair grows about ½ inch a month. So like I said, if I wait one more month, I should like it should be the required 10 inches in a ponytail now. But like I want to make sure, because when you donate your hair, if it's not long enough, the donation still goes to where you want it to, but it like gets transferred into money. And that's kind of lame. You're welcome. I usually everybody's comments get read, and I usually answer any questions that come up. So anything you have to ask, feel free, because like everybody gets a voice. The boys rock and rolling. How's it going? Glad to see you again today. As always, I appreciate you guys coming to the stream. Hopefully my truck light holds out a little more today. Oh, it as I say that, but the sun's coming up, so. But Michael, that's an interesting goal. What's that? 50,000 subs? I think I gotta count that real quick. That's 50,000 subs. Fly to Denmark. Done deal. I'll make a whole video on like how disabled people fly at 50,000 subs. We gotta like mark that down somewhere. That's a benchmark for sure. I'm glad it stopped raining though, so hopefully the sun comes up a little quicker, because obviously the lighting here is terrible. The service is great, so the stream should be pretty fluid, but the service is awful, or the lighting is awful. And I can't turn the light on anymore, my truck won't start. I hope you have a nice day too. It was nice meeting you. Please come back to any future live streams. I appreciate you. You contributed to the conversation. And like I said, one of these days, I'm going to hit 750 subscribers. I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet so many people. That sounds amazing, man. Like I said, we got to jot that down somewhere, because the day that I hit 50,000 subs, I'll fly to Denmark and I'll make a whole video on how disabled people fly. So that sounds like an impressive benchmark, honestly. I can't even see my truck in the driveway. Man, I feel you. Right now, it's actually super nice and clear, and we're about to hit a plus 16 day. But like last night when I was driving to the gym, you couldn't see anything. It was a sketchy drive. There was such a downpour of rain as well as fog because it was getting kind of cooler. Like, what a sketchy day, like, drive to the gym. But you guys already know because it was my day off. I had, like, going to the gym overnight on my day off is just the easiest thing to do. Because, like, I want to make sure that my girlfriend doesn't wake up. So I can't exactly watch, like, videos in bed. I definitely want to make sure her kid doesn't wake up because he needs his sleep. So, like, I can't watch stuff in the living room. So, like, I found that as much as I don't want to drive into town, because the gym is, like, half an hour, 40 minutes away from where I live, as much as I don't want to drive into town and waste the extra gas, like, it's simply just the best thing I can do. For my mental health as well as everybody else. But, like, I feel you. It was super, super foggy this morning. For anybody new here, my name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm disabled. I have cerebral palsy, which is a birth defect that's technically a mental condition that manifests as physical. So I can't walk. So my wheelchair's always kept in the back of my truck. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a huge donation video to try to give back. The entire point of the YouTube channel is to strictly give back. I have a pretty decent job and I don't need to keep anything. I'm not sitting here trying to become a millionaire off of YouTube. I'm just trying to inspire people and make a little bit of difference. I sit in my truck and I talk to you guys. Normally the lighting isn't this bad, but I found a better spot to stream. It's just the lighting isn't as good, but the streams are more consistent. I'm not even a wannabe Queso, man. Queso's a brilliant streamer. Man, I am fat. I tell you, I had 2 donuts today. I normally have a sandwich. I appreciate the comment though, man. Welcome to the live stream. Oh, now you're quoting SpongeBob. Now you're just bringing back... Now you're just bringing back memories of quoting SpongeBob from the best movie ever. You're angry. Why are you angry, man? Don't come to the stream angry. I read every single comment, man. I'm an overnight manager actually, so today was one of my days off, so I have to work tonight. But I like to hang out in my truck, talk to everybody, meet everybody. You lost your job, man. That stings, honestly. I hear you. Well, you come to the right place, man, because as cheesy as this sounds, my channel, everything is super supportive. James Oliver, welcome to the live stream, man. I don't think I've seen you before. Maybe I have. Oh, I have. You've been here before. Welcome back to the live stream, man. I appreciate you. Prada, welcome to the live stream. I forgot to welcome you. I welcome everybody because being disabled, your voice tends to get overlooked. I welcome everybody. I just ask that you keep the chat super PG, super clean. If you make a comment towards me, that's fine. I understand. But everybody in the chat deserves respect. I love sandwiches, but I'm also Canadian, so after the gym, I normally grab a Tim Hortons sandwich because, like, I'm up all night, right? So I'm hungry. Don't worry, I was getting to you. I'm great, man. I'm great. I'm sad that you lost your job, but I'm great. Michael, I tell you, there's this honey dip donut from Tim Hortons. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Some other live streamer was trying to find your IP address. I cannot invite you to a job. Don't be my. Your boss was your boss was a dick, was he? I hear you. We all have bosses we don't like. The actual only guy above me, because I'm a manager on my overnight chain, is a really good guy. So I can't relate now, but I've had some shittier bosses before in the past. So I understand. But it's still a sad day, man. Everybody needs a job, everybody needs a point of focus. So, welcome to the live stream. You feel free to hang out, man. I literally sit here, I read every single comment, I make sure everybody feels welcome. The guy with the blue wrench is Michael. He's been a moderator since like day one I started doing live streams, so he's just as involved in the community as I am. I just happen to be the face of the community. Prada, you don't feel welcomed? Why don't you feel welcome, man? I've read every single comment of yours. Newton, welcome, man. Welcome back, I believe. Yeah, you were here before. It's going well, man. It's going well. Prada, come on, man. Let's fix this. What's going on? I like your beard. How long have you had it? I've had the beard for as long as I can remember, because the beard just kind of stays. Because I once shaved my beard, I look like a child. Right now, the beard's kind of scraggly, but it's just going with the hair because I'm donating my hair to cancer. So in about a month, it should be long enough for me to actually donate. Because like I could probably donate it now, but if it's not the required length to make the wig, then they're going to turn it into money, and I don't really want to do a monetary donation. The beard only takes a couple of months to grow in. The hair I've been growing out for like 13 or 14 months now. I'm not a good man. I'm trying to do better. So let me tell you guys a story, because there's clearly a bunch of new people here. So I started this YouTube channel a year ago because my buddy, who's also disabled, started making YouTube, and he made some stupid content. I'll never say you guys shouldn't do YouTube because it's actually kind of fun. I enjoy meeting you guys. But he made some stupid content. But about a month ago, we did my dad's wake. Makes sense now, Prada. You're clearly. How many accounts you got now, man? But anyways, so my buddy was posting content, but his content was kind of weird because he was answering questions nobody really asks. So Surf, it's this guy I blocked before for being racist. He's made like 8 or 9 accounts now because he keeps coming back in here. Because I don't allow hate in the comments, and I don't allow people to speak for me. So this is like probably the 9th time that I've muted the guy, and he keeps coming back. You saw us from before. Makes sense. Well, there goes another one of his accounts, so we'll see. But anyways, man, so like the entire like reasoning behind the channel changed because I did my dad's wake about a month ago, and like I drive a 2022 Toyota Tacoma. I'm the only owner of the truck, so it's actually really nice. That's what I'm saying. That Prada guy was kite again. The guy just keeps making accounts. It's fine, man. I'm not tired, man. Like I said, I work nights. This is super easy. But I appreciate you. I don't know about congrats, man, but he definitely was. He definitely was in, I think, more pain than he told us. So like, I'm glad everything is settled now. Like, I'm glad he's in a better space. But like I said, so the beginning of March, like I think it was literally March 1st. No problem, man. You're always welcome here. So March 1st, we did his like wake, and like you could see the love and support in the room. Like there was literally 20 or 30 people that my dad impacted so much that they all showed up to his wake. They died back in June, but we did the wake in March because we needed a good time for my brother to come down. And there must have been 20 or 30 people. 20 or 30 people in this wake. And it was truly inspiring to see. So I always tell people, and I've always maintained the same story, that I started the YouTube content because like I wanted to show up my buddy. To show him that he could really make good content and gain people's attention. Absolutely, Newton. You're absolutely right. You got to remember him at his best, and not at the last little bit, right? You got to remember him for the person he was, not the person he became as he got sick. But so at this wake, man, he was like they were surrounded by so much love and attention in the room. So I always maintained that I started this channel because I believed that I could do better content than my buddy, because he was disabled and a lot of his content was kind of trash. I tried to send people to his channel, but he removed all his videos, so whatever. But then come March 1st, my entire perspective changed. The reasoning for doing the channel is still the same. I want to do good content, I want to do good, and I want to give back everything that YouTube gives me the ability to do. But the base reasoning for the video, like the content, has changed. In the day, or sooner or later when I go, I want there to be a room full of people that remember the good versus the not so great. So like I'm trying to do as much good as YouTube will allow me to do, and give back as much as YouTube will allow me to give back. Sorry guys, I'm getting a little indigestion from the coffee because I guess they put cream instead of milk in my coffee. I actually have a bit of lactose intolerance. It's kind of awful. Oscar, how's it going, man? Welcome back. You don't have to answer, but TBI. Chiller, I like people, man, but I can always respect you coming into the chat just like that. Yeah, man, you were in one of the gym live streams, like I want to say yesterday or like the day before. I'm not sure what you mean, Newton. I don't know what TBI is, but like I said, Chiller, I can always appreciate you coming into the live stream and making yourself known with some kind of inappropriate message usually. I think it's usually traumatic, but that makes sense. If you're asking about me, no, I have cerebral palsy. It's a man-made condition that's technically a mental condition, but it manifests as physical. But if you're asking about my dad, no, I think his was chalked up to like organ failure. And nothing, man. Just hanging out after the gym like I do on my days off because it's too early. It's not too early to go home, but like it's too early to go home because my girlfriend and her kid are probably either just getting up or still sleeping. So like, like the best way to describe it is to describe what cerebral palsy is. So cerebral palsy only affects half the body. So some people I know have cerebral palsy in the upper half of their, like in their upper half, and it affects their brain. So like I've got people that, like I said, have cerebral palsy, but it's in their upper half. So sometimes it makes you a vegetable, or not like a vegetable is kind of a hard word, but like technically it makes you a vegetable. And then like I have friends who also have it just down the like half of their body, so they can still walk, but they use like canes. So like my cerebral palsy affects my lower half, so yes, it affects just my legs. But I mean, it also kind of affects like my fine motor skills and even my taste buds. Like I can't eat Jello because my tongue doesn't like the texture of Jello. Oscar, of course I remember you, man. You were in, like I said, a live stream when I was at the gym, so it was either yesterday or last week. I had a client with cerebral palsy that had no control over motor functions. I assumed it meant. Um, it does a little bit. I appreciate the fact you worded it kind of nicely. It does a little bit. It's not. It's not awful, but it does affect. It does affect it a little bit. So your chances are your client with cerebral palsy does have it in her brain, which arguably is the worst version of cerebral palsy, because again, like it gives you literally the worst value in life. Yeah, man, I don't genuinely forget people either. So of course, Oscar. Like I said, I don't remember the exact stream, but I think it was during a gym stream, so it was either yesterday or it was last week. But I always remember people, man. I make a point to remember people. Chiller pops into like every live stream and starts with like an inappropriate question that always gets flagged by YouTube. Michael's been around since the second ever live stream. Newton's been around for quite a bit. Michael, you'll get another kick out of this too. So that product guy that was in the live stream literally made his account 8 minutes ago. Just a fee, but that's what I mean, man. Like I said, I remember you. I remember you from before. I I don't remember the exact live stream because normally the live streams are a little more focused. But I think the title was like "Road to Greatness" or something, and I can't remember what that one was. Whether that was it was probably like a meet and greet one because I like doing these ones. I like getting to know people. I wouldn't call it excellent, man, but like I'm good, Oscar. How are you doing, man? I wouldn't call it excellent, but like doing this, I find the best way to gain a little respect and gather a little traction is to remember the people that make a difference. So like I usually make a mental note of like people that add to the conversation, people that ask thought provoking questions, just like super contribute. Like I said, Oscar here was in a live stream. I want to say yesterday, and I'm glad you're good, man. It's always good to be good. Like I said, my moderator Michael's been like a member of the family because he was in the second ever live stream. There's only two other people that beat him the first time, and that was my first moderator. And another person that I made a moderator that I don't see anymore, because I have no idea what happened to her. I reached out on Instagram and I haven't heard from her since. But Michael's been just as valued a member as the channel as everybody else. He's just been here the longest. I have a close friend who broke his neck now. He can't control his fists. He can't even cough. The only thing he fully controls is his head. It's so hard emotionally to communicate with him. Man, I hear you. So he's what's called a quadriplegic, whereas I'm only para. So a quadriplegic has problems with all four limbs. And like those spinal cord injuries, man, they're the worst. So right after I had my operation on my legs, I had to go to Bloorview, which is like a rehabilitation hospital in Canada. And like I met so many people that had like spinal cord injuries. Like one of my friends who's actually kind of famous, she used to be an Olympic gymnast who performed a stunt and like cracked her, I want to say C3 and C4 vertebrates. So it made her like a permanent quadriplegic. That stuff's so hard, man. If you were a frog, what color frog? I would say a purple frog, but that's because my favorite color is purple. But like, arguably, like that's harder than what I've gone through. So like, people that like lose the ability to walk and end up in wheelchairs is so much harder than what I've gone through. Because my entire life has been in a wheelchair. Like I don't know any different. I've never known what it's like to walk, to run, to sprint, whatever. I've never known what that's like. You would have to live in the Amazon as a purple frog. I would do it. If I had to become a frog, I would live in the Amazon so I could be a purple frog, because purple is my favorite color. Oh, guys, I definitely got cream in my coffee instead of milk. Oh, that's awful. My indigestion sucks. Don't become lactose intolerant. I don't have any Tums right now, but I'll survive. I have a prescription for basically medical grade Tums when I get home, so I'll be okay. Just a little indigestion now, that's all. Carl, you're back. Welcome back, man. Oscar, welcome back, man. And you're right, I should put some in my glove box. I normally do. Or my girlfriend normally has some in her purse for me as well. So normally I have some. I slacked a little today, but normally. It's not, like I said, it's not so bad. Oh, look at you guys talking in the chat. Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like I can really support him emotionally. He's so alone in the tragedy. No words can make him feel better. What do you think? I think, man, honestly, the best thing you could do for him is continue the friendship like nothing ever happened. You're not going to be able to support him emotionally. You're never going to understand what he's going through. I hear you. Like I said, you're never going to be able to fully support him emotionally because like that's such a traumatic experience, and he's going to have to be able to pull himself out of it. But what you can do is just keep being a friend. And I guess the best advice that I can give you is if you don't think you can be a friend, then you're probably best to cut it off quickly. But what I recommend to you is to try to be a friend. Especially if he was a super close friend before the accident. I recommend you try to keep going and keep being that friend. You're not going to be able to support him emotionally. Yep, that'll be a thing. Like I said, them like spinal cord injuries, man, they're the worst. Canned coffee, thank you. Welcome to the live stream, man. I appreciate you for coming back. That's what I'm saying, man. Like I haven't been in that situation because, like I said, I'm not disabled due to like vertebrae. Well, then that's what you can do. Like you're never gonna be able to support that person emotionally because like physically you've no idea what he's going through. You have no idea the pain and suffering that he's like doing right now. But the best thing you can do is keep being a friend. And like I said, if you don't think you can be that friend, it would be best to just cut it off right away. Only because you don't want to give the guy false hope. Because if it's recent, he's eventually going to recover. If it's not, then there's a chance he's stuck like that. But like you can recover from those kind of injuries. Just like Newton said, there are ways to recover. Mr. Sigma, what's going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you. My name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm growing my hair out to donate it to cancer. The entire point of my YouTube channel is to try to give back. Yes, cerebral, like, my legs do atrophy. Because, like any muscle, when you don't use it every day, muscles definitely atrophy. So, like, I literally train legs every day. So, if I stream at the gym, which I only do twice a week, I always run on the treadmill before live streaming. Because that'll just be, like, it'll either just be a face shot or just a shot on my butt. Nobody wants to see that. And then I turn on the live stream because I do legs every day. Because if I don't do legs every day, they will atrophy and get smaller. That is very true. It's kind of the same thing with like. It's kind of the same thing with like people with like the C4 vertebrae injuries and stuff. Like, you'll actually notice that their arms and legs get a little smaller. Their stomachs might bow out a little because of, like, the lack of ab muscles. Like, I do legs and core every day just to keep my legs strong, but also my center strong. Well, that'll depends on splits, because like chest and legs I literally use or chest and arms I use every day. So I don't need to train those every day. But again, depending on the splits is how often I do it. So if you're talking like push-pull splits 2-3 times a week, if you're talking like the reason I go to the gym now where it's just for mental health, I can do arms every day because you don't do the same weights every day. You set it at lower weights, but more reps just to get your sweat up, to get your mindset in there. But it's totally dependent on totally dependent on the person at that point. There's no set amount you have to work out. Well, like I said, except for maybe like for me, legs and core. Because if you don't work out your core, your ab muscles get weak, and then everything kind of starts to sit. Yeah, the live streams do help with mental health because I enjoy talking to people, and I enjoy hanging out. And like, if this YouTube channel becomes big, which it's growing, but if it becomes big, I want people, like, I want to know people by name. What were you doing before the stream? I was at the gym. I want to know people by name. I want to know their stories. I want to hear from them. I don't want to just be some YouTuber that doesn't know his subscribers, right? So I'd say so. Plus, 99% of the people in the streams are super positive, super motivating. Just looking for that voice, looking for that outlier. Just a real reason to talk to somebody. So, like, I have a good time. I hope people here have a good time. I hope people find that everything I do helpful. And like I said, it'll get more helpful, like, not more helpful, but as I reach these goals, it'll become more helpful because, like, the goals are just going to get bigger. So at the 750 subscribers, the 24-hour live stream is going to be fun. I'll get to meet people all from every different time zone, every different, like, corner of the world, because not everybody can attend a live stream, not everybody can hang out. I quickly shot up to one of your fit. Nah, man, that's too high praise. I like to sit here and I like to talk to people. I like people that have questions. I want to answer the questions about, like, disabilities and wheelchairs and stuff like that. That's too high of a praise, but I appreciate it. But it's like at the 750 subscribers with the 24-hour live stream, I have no idea where I'm going to do. It's probably, like, that's probably going to be in my garage with, like, a phone or some way to keep myself not entertained, but, like, a way to keep a timer, a way to keep, like, I just broke a thread drill. Jesus, Michael, that sounds aggressive. I can't believe you just broke that. Way to go, Michael. You had one job. I'm guessing my phone just kind of lagged there, but it's like at the 1,000 subscriber in the U.S. we have Americans with disabilities. Does Canada have the equivalent? Yeah, kind of. Like, we definitely have those laws in place, and, like, so it's kind of like I was explaining yesterday. I'm not the biggest proponent of, like, handing everything to disabled people. I believe that we should put in the work just as much as everybody else around us tries to help us. So, like, it's like flying, for example. I have the ability to fly, but I have to be willing to put in the work because he's a machinist. So when he's talking about threads, he's talking about threads on his metal work. You're welcome. I wish I could show them here, but Michael actually made really cool, like, elephants that he had to cut out of sheets of metal and then bend into place. The ADA is more so buildings being wheelchair compliant. Oh yes. So we do actually have that same kind of thing. Buildings in Canada are required to be disabled friendly. So they are required to have ramps and everything else. So yes, that is absolutely a thing. Yeah, that was the part that Chiller didn't understand, Michael. He's good now. Yes, so while Michael speaks great English, he's also from Denmark, so he's mostly Danish. So sometimes when he types too fast, there are spelling errors. Like I said, guys, my channel has some of the best moderators because they're from all over the world. So there's constantly people to reach out to on my channel. I thought he was talking about the fair. No, he's a machinist, so he's talking about like actual threads on like nuts and bolts, more specifically on the bolt. Well, nuts have threads too because that's how they work, but he's a machinist. He actually, for I want to say a project, built these little metal elephants out of. There you go. So I want to say for a project, he built these little metal elephants out of sheets of metal that he then had to fold to build. Like, they're really cool. Right? He's a machinist and a welder because they I don't want to say cross trade, but they train him in everything. And Chiller, as for your question, that I'm not really sure, but like I do believe Michael said that he was taught English in school, so I want to say that probably. Have I ever met him offline? Not yet, but it is on the bucket list to now go to Denmark and meet him. Luis, I would love to come to Africa, man. That's absolutely on the bucket list as well. Also, welcome to the live stream. I don't think I've seen you before. Maybe I have. I have not. But welcome to the live stream. Everybody gets a personal welcome. Zambia specifically. I'll keep that in mind because I absolutely want to travel the world one day. My name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm doing my hangout to donate to cancer. At 750 subscribers, I'm doing a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody because with there being so many different time zones, not everybody can hang out all the time. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a massive donation video to try to give back because I want to give back everything that YouTube allows me to give back. Yes, I didn't know the word for it there. It's called a snip tap. You guys know more than me. Holy. Do I ever need help doing a day routine? What do you mean, Chiller? Like, do I need help to do things in my everyday life? Not really. Or are you talking like something in a different scope? Because, like, day-to-day stuff, no, I'm fine. Oh no, no, I'm fine. Like that's where I kind of like that's where I always got kind of lucky because like being in the shape that I'm in, and being in the fact that like I mean I call my cerebral palsy like light, but I mean or mild, but I mean I guess like mild would be still be able to walk, but like with the shape that I'm in and like the fact that like my cerebral palsy is kind of mild in comparison to what it could be, I I I can shower by myself and like I can do the only thing I really can't do is reach things up high. That's probably about it. But even then, like I can stand as long as my feet are together. So you can't what, Oscar? You can't do things by yourself, or you can't stand freely. I'm not sure what you mean, man. Please enlighten the chat. You're if you're talking about your friend with the spinal injury that's now quadriplegic, he's gonna need a lot of help. That's the unfortunate part about those kind of injuries, man. Um, like he's gonna need to be help transferring. He's gonna need help like showering, going to the bathroom, like all that stuff, man. But like if you're gonna be around him and you're gonna hang around, that makes you an amazing friend. Nature, man, what's going on? That makes you an amazing friend, though. It takes a lot. It honestly, it takes a lot. You don't know why you said that's okay, man. Every comment gets read. Every comment gets added to the conversation. But Sheila, nothing for your friend is like nothing for your friend is gonna be easy anymore. As like if it's newer, he's eventually gonna learn how to. He's gonna learn how to do things because like my friend who's also a quadriplegic runs her own business. She actually runs like two businesses. She's a famous TikToker. Like you eventually learn how to do things, and like your body wants to recover. So eventually he's gonna get some finite movement back. It's not gonna be great, but you just gotta be there in support, man. Things will work out the way they're meant to be. And nature, I'm good. I didn't mean to ignore your comment. I was just on a roll there with Chiller because he's really bringing something to the table today. Chiller, all I can say, man, is never give up on your friend. The truck is gray. The if I chose anything other than gray, I think it was white or like the other standard factory color. I'd have to pay like thousands of extra dollars for the color. So I just wanted super basic. I wanted this truck ever since I was 15 years old. So I chose like the I think they call it gun gray finish because it was free. I got I got special bed lights installed as an extra so that I could see my wheelchair at nighttime. Like at night when I open my truck. Yeah, man, that neon blue on the Tacoma is really cool. Yeah, man, I know. The Tacoma is brilliant. But yeah, Chiller, man, I know he's technically quadriplegic now. He's only gonna have control of his head and maybe his arms eventually, like as he gets a little better. Like I said, if this is newer, if he's been like this for a while, then he's gonna eventually be set in what he can and can't move. But with technology now and like stuff, like even my friend, she's on this robot that helps her walk to get her brain recognizing what the walking motion is again. Oscar, same thing, man. I'm just sitting in the truck talking to you guys. This is how I've been growing my entire YouTube channel. I like to get to know everybody. I want to get to know I want to know everybody by first name because I don't want to just be a guy that has 1,000 YouTube subscribers or 10,000 subscribers. I want to know every single person. So like my moderator Michael, he's been here since the second ever live stream. Did she get? Possibly. I'm not quite sure, honestly, because like I said, not to gloat, she's kind of a famous TikToker and stuff now. So even if it wasn't free, it would be free for her because obviously they want to promote it. But like, I'm not sure. I'd imagine depending on your healthcare system, stuff like that could be free if recommended by a doctor. Because like, even if I need something, like even now as an adult, I have to set up an appointment with a physiotherapist. I have to set up an appointment with an occupational therapist. I have to get them to write me notes saying that I still need the wheelchair, even though I'm permanently disabled. And then that gets submitted through healthcare and like assisted devising programs. And then I get the wheelchair. So I'm sure there's ways to get it covered. You just got to make sure that you hit up every doctor's appointment, get every doctor's note you can. Because like I said, depending on how, like the age of the injury, well, listen. I'm not going to say Elon Musk isn't going to change the world. I know that's a controversial topic, but listen. I live on a farm. I use the Starlink. I use the Starlink Wi-Fi. It has changed farm Wi-Fi's life, I tell you. So I'm not a huge fan of Elon Musk, but he's been doing great things. Anyways, I don't really necessarily recommend the Neuralink thing, but whatever. If it works, it's going to do good things. That is what it is. It's a simple fact. Like I said, his Starlink satellite. You wish you could donate, man. You're donating right now. You're sitting in a live stream. You're donating to the conversation. That's all you need, guys. I'm telling you right now. I've been spoofed before. I've had people like screenshot my shit and like take my face and like use my screen name and whatever. I will never ask you guys for money. Never will I ask for money. Period. I don't need money from you guys. I have a pretty decent job. I have a pretty good life. I do not need money from you guys. I will never ask for money. You guys right now are donating your time and effort to a conversation. Right now, if I could actually count all the comments, we're probably at thousands of comments because we're actually having a conversation. We're doing exactly what I like to do in the live streams. I like to converse. I like to get to know you guys. I share my story 1,000 times over. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing it. But it's because I don't directly ask for likes or subs because I think that's cheesy as hell when YouTubers do it. But I'll tell you guys the story 1,000 times in a stream. You can go back to any stream you want. I always say the same thing. I will not ask for money. I do not directly ask for likes or subs. But I'll tell you guys a story. My name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I have cerebral palsy, so I can't walk. The wheelchair is in the back of the truck. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to get to meet everybody. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to donate $2,000 to a local charity in my area for school supplies, books, clothes, shoes, whatever they want. I'm going to ask them whatever they need. Even could be women's products, could be anything, honestly. And then after the 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have to make other goals. So far, the Neuralink patients have been able to control their devices with no side effects. You have to remember, Elon is just the face of the company. I agree with you. I know there's a lot of controversy over it, and I genuinely don't like getting into controversy on the channel because I believe everybody should be welcome. So if Elon was to happen to pop into the live stream, I'm not saying it's going to be a thing, but if he happened to pop into the live stream, even if he was controversial, he would still be welcome. Michael does usually ask people to like and sub for me, but I don't directly ask. But like I said, Michael's a good guy, and I do look forward to meeting him one day. But you're right. Like I said, Elon has done good things. Starlink has revolutionized internet. You guys in the States and in other places might not see it so much, because the States doesn't have an oligarchy over the internet companies, as well as you guys don't have as much open space as we do. But I live on a small farm where the Wi-Fi literally gets broadcasted in, and at one point I had 10 megabits per second, like Wi-Fi, and I was paying ridiculous amounts. That's what I'm saying. If I ever live stream at home, which I don't normally do, I live stream on my satellite as well. Starlink, in an extension, Elon and all of his companies have made a difference. So if this Neuralink thing works, great. That's what I'm saying. The U.S. doesn't need them as much, but there's still wide open space where they do need them. So that's what I'm saying. If he was to ever pop into the live stream, as controversial as he is, he would still be welcome, because he as a whole and his companies have made a difference in the world. If this Neuralink thing works and is backed by surgeons and everybody else, and he's made that much of a difference, then it's a good thing. So maybe one day Neuralink will help people, but for now it's just like your friend just needs to take it one day at a time, especially if his injury is recent. There's a chance that he recovers. Because I once had a buddy that was in like physical recovery with me after my operation. He dove headfirst into a pool he thought was deep enough or something, and he didn't completely break his spine, but he fractured his C4 and ended up paralyzed. Every case is different, every person is different, so you never truly know. You never truly know what's going to happen. And we are getting more medically advanced all the time. Like with 5G, for example, they can do operations wirelessly because 5G transmits data so fast that using robots or anything else can do the operation just as if the surgeon was standing in the room. So never lose that faith, man. I think that was every single comment so far. I'm always scrolling to make sure that I've commented on every single person's comment, because I always want you guys to feel welcome. Perfect. I think that's every single comment. What time is it, guys? Oh, 7:30. Not bad. I wonder when power's gonna get restored. So I posted a short a couple of days ago because we had an ice storm, and there's still people without power. Like, it's a sad day because there's a Tim Hortons right down the street from my house, and it's still been out of power since Saturday. Like, I think they were calling this ice storm that we just had like the worst since like the 90s or something. But it also goes to show how reliant we are on electricity. And like, I get it. You know, everything we use, everything we do runs on electricity. Literally, even the vehicles and stuff. But like, it's always crazy to think how much we actually rely on electricity. Like, I think the only thing that doesn't directly rely on electricity is like our wired in landline phones. Cause like, even the water, like even the water where I live, like I need a pump to get it out of my well. So like with no power, like we don't even get water. I hope I'm not missing any comments. I've been flipping kind of back and forth to make sure, but like my phone's been doing that occasionally. Kayla, what's going on? Welcome back. I appreciate you. Yeah, I agree. Anything that completely knocks out the power, and us as a like world that relies so much on electricity would be completely out of power. Like, just out of sorts. But yes, Kayla, welcome back. You remind me of Thor, but when he had longer hair. I am Thor's disabled cousin. I probably next month I'm not going to have long hair until I grow it back out. But it is coming back. I actually like having longer hair because, like, once it's past the stupid stage, like, having long hair isn't so bad. It's that stupid stage where you're like, oh, I regret this. But, like, when you grow it out, that's true. Anything that would knock out the power for too long would send us back to the Stone Age. And it's crazy to think. Because, like I said, that poor Tim Hortons down the street from me hasn't had power since Saturday. See you soon, Oscar. Thank you for hanging out in the live stream, man. Like I said, everything you do contributes to the channel, so I appreciate you. Luis, welcome back, man. I appreciate you for coming back. I'm still here. I don't know how long this live stream is going to go on for, but I'm still here. I love meeting people. I love hanging out with people. I love talking to everybody. I'll talk you guys' ear off. I got stories for days. Ben, welcome to the live stream, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, so Lewis, man, I'm growing my hair out to actually donate it to cancer because a bunch of people in my circle, as well as my grandmother, beat cancer twice. Yeah, so I'm donating my hair because when you donate money, the money has to go towards paying the organization, paying the people that work for the organization, and like donating money, just like it goes to where it needs to go, but only after like fees are taken out. It's even like a non-profit, right? You donate money to a non-profit, it might be not for profit, but like the money has to pay people first. So I've been growing my hair for about 13 or 14 months now, and like I'm sure it's long enough to donate now, but if I just wait one extra month and get that half an inch, it should be long enough. Because if you donate and it's not long enough, but you donated it, they'll convert that into money. And again, I really don't want it going towards like monetary value. So I want to make sure that my hair's long enough that it'll actually go towards making a wig. Hello, unfortunately I have to prepare for a scholarship. That's why I can't be here. But I hope you and every... No problem, Yosh. Thanks for stopping by, man. Ben, thank you so much, man. Everything I do and everything this channel does is going towards helping people. So at 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody. Because being disabled, your voice tends to get overlooked. So I want to make sure that everybody that comes to this channel, everybody that hangs out has a voice. So I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream and try to meet everybody. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to donate $2,000 of my own money to a local charity in my area. But I want to talk to them and see what they could really use, whether it's school supplies, books, shoes, clothes, women's products, whatever they need, honestly. My buddy owns a production company, so hopefully he's going to fully produce the video for me and I can make it look really well done. And then I'm going to have to figure out goals after the 1,000 subscriber mark, but for now that's the idea of the channel, and that's what I'm going with. Because like I said, being disabled, your voice tends to get overlooked, and I want to try to give back as much as possible because I don't really need the money. Like, so I have a pretty decent job as is. So whatever YouTube gives me the ability to give back, I'm going to. Like, I want to try to make a difference. My moderator, Michael, is just as friendly in the channel as I am. He's been here since like my second ever live stream. Yosh is another good moderator. He's made a slight difference in the channel. No. That's too big of a compliment, man, but I appreciate you. But for the record, since you're new here, I will never ask subscribers for money. I've been spoofed before. I've had people steal like a screenshot and steal my face. I will never ask subscribers for money. Do not fall for that. Do not like accept like a pay and anything. I'm doing this in my own free will. The $2,000 is coming out of my own pocket. It's not coming out of anybody else's. I've been told that some people want to see the live stream of my hair donation, and maybe I'll throw a link in there. But like, I'm never gonna directly ask you guys for money, ever. I appreciate time and effort more than monetary value. So you hanging out here now, contributing to the conversation, that's so much more important than monetary value. I always used to say that I started this channel to show my other friend who was disabled how to make good content and to like actually make stuff that people would watch. And that was true up until March 1st. March 1st, we actually celebrated my dad's wake. He passed away in June of last year, but like March 1st, we did his wake. And like there were 20, 25, 30 people all in this building, all coming to support him. All coming to share stories about how much he changed their lives. Like, just the benefit and the impact that he actually had. So, my reasoning for doing this now is a lot different than when I started. Now I want to do it for the right reasons. Not that I was ever doing it for the wrong ones, but I just have better reasons to do it now. Ben, it's alright, man. Like I said, you never really get over it, but like I said, he passed away back in June, so like there's been, what are we, 9 months now of healing? It's better. Like I said, you never truly get over the loss of a parent, but like it's better, so it's fine. I appreciate you. But like I said, I am doing everything that YouTube gives me the ability to give back. I'm from Australia where, oh man, so everybody that shows up all the time hates it because here's the thing. I never directly ask for likes or subs. Michael kind of does that. But so here's my story, right? I tell everybody because if you know my story, you know exactly where my YouTube channel's coming from. So, my name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I have a disability called cerebral palsy, so I can't actually walk. The wheelchair is always in the back of my truck. Hold on. There we go. The wheelchair is always in the back of my truck. I have my dream truck. I wanted it since I was 15. I'm from Southern Ontario. So the fact that you're from Australia, that's huge. That means these streams are reaching people from all over the world. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream because there's 24 different time zones. Not everybody can attend every single live stream, so I want to make sure everybody can attend this one. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a $2,000 donation video, like I said before. Hopefully fully produced by my buddy who owns his own production company. It's going to be $2,000 of my own money. I'm not going to ask you guys for it. It's going to be for like school supplies, clothes, shoes, whatever they need. Because if you give a homeless man a piece of paper and he writes a symphony, you inspired somebody to make change in their life. So, that's my story, man. I'm from Canada, specifically Ontario. Basically, everybody in the world knows about Ontario because of Toronto. Man, I appreciate you. Like I said, I never directly ask. You can go back to any live stream. I never directly ask. Sometimes there's been a shameless plug near the end, but I never directly ask because I think it's kind of cheesy when YouTubers do it. But I'll tell you my story a million times in a stream. Because whether somebody else just pops in, whether somebody scrolls by, but they hear my story and they understand the point of this channel, that's all that matters, man. I genuinely like to know people by first name, so I'm going to assume your first name is Ben. Which, Ben, is nice to meet you. I know most people by first name because whether I have 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, or 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to know the name of everybody that subscribes to me. The chat is super PG, super friendly. You guys, if people want to make a comment at me, they're free to, because I'm the face of this channel. But the chat is to be the utmost respected place because everybody deserves respect and a voice when they come into the chat. I read every single comment. Sometimes YouTube flags them, and I gotta make sure that they stay hidden, but I make sure to acknowledge every single comment. Even if you comment an emoji, I usually try to find a way to acknowledge it, because I'm trying to make sure that everybody feels heard and nobody feels left out. The content isn't challenges, it isn't over the top excitement, it's not anything like that. It's just me sitting in the car talking to you guys, trying to get to know the community and trying to build something life-changing, slowly but life-changing. Any good grub? Oh man, it depends on what you're looking for. So, like, my all-time favorite food is pizza, because when I was competitively lifting and competitively training, you can design a pizza however you want. You need your proteins, you add meat. You need your calories, you can add cheese, you can add vegetables, you can add anything you want. So there's some good Firestone pizza places. If you need a good coffee, I'm gonna go anti-Canadian here and say McDonald's, because McDonald's in Canada, at least, actually started using the production company that Tim Hortons used to use. So the McDonald's coffee is amazing. I mean, we've got, if you're looking for a good poutine, there's in Warwick, Quebec, where it was originally invented. There's some good poutine spots, as well as if you're looking for a chain one, there's Smokes. There's all kinds of good grub, honestly. I'd be more interested in your food because I know Australia is super strict on what can come into the country, what can leave the country, what fast food chains you guys can have. I know you guys are super strict on all that. So I'd be super interested to know what good grub you guys have. Also, you know what I think is cool? The Canadian band Marianas Trench is coming to play a few shows in Australia. So I think that's really cool. The Smoking Q has the best poutine. I've never tried the Smoking Q, but I mean, if you're saying it's got a bomb poutine, then I might have to see where one of those is at and check it out. Oscar, you back again, man? Welcome back. I appreciate the fact you keep coming back to the live streams, man. See, that's amazing. That's exactly the answer I was hoping. I was hoping you guys would have a bunch of like Australia, like Australia food chains that make so much better quality food. Like I said, being Canadian, we do have some, but like just the chains and stuff are better. But like my girlfriend and I always like to like travel to spots in Canada and find like a hole in the wall pizza joint that does like Firestone pizza. You guys might not have, because I mean, I don't know a ton about Australia, but like I don't know if you guys actually have poutine in Australia. But if you don't, it's basically fries, cheese curds, and gravy, which by itself is amazing, especially if you like eat it right out of like the oven or the stove. Like just a fine like food to eat. But then like it's kind of like a pizza. You can customize it because everything goes with fries. And like I've had a pulled pork poutine. It's technically like poutine, but like I'm not gonna try to butcher the French pronunciation, so I'm just gonna go with the English one. Um, but like it's basically like a pizza, man. Like you can customize it in so many different ways to get your calorie intake. L man, what's going on? Welcome to the live stream. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. Everybody gets their own personal welcome because I want everybody to feel welcome. Yeah, loaded fries is similar. It's not quite the same because like the loaded fries have the option for gravy and stuff, but like we have loaded fries too, but like loaded fries for us is like onions and like literally everything. So it's kind of similar, but like not quite. But you're basically there. Like it's not like it's a fancy dish by any means. Like it's literally fries, cheese curds, and gravy. And I mean, if you've never had a cheese curd, it's basically squishy cheese. That's just really delicious. No, not far off. Like I said, you're basically right there. Oscar, I'm 31, man. Like I said, thanks for coming back all these times, man. Just hanging out enough. Like just hanging out alone is enough to contribute to the goal, to the cause, you know. So I appreciate you. Mate, I appreciate you. It is only like 7:30 here, 7:30 a.m. here, so we're on two different halves of the world, but that's what I'm saying, man. That 24-hour live stream is going to be epic. So I appreciate you for showing up. I appreciate you for adding to the conversation, and I appreciate you for the subscribe. You have the best sleep. And have an exciting day, my friend. Always come back, man. Always come back. Michael, did you see that, man? I mean, I don't know if that was the first ever Australian guy, but like we had a first ever documented Australian in the live stream. He, I think, is the farthest possible person from me. Yeah, it's 8. I'm not sure what time it was. The last time I looked at the clock, it was 7:30. But I think that was the first ever like documented Australian guy. That's what I'm saying. The live stream has officially made it all over the world. Because we've had UK, we have India constantly, which is fine. We've had somebody from Tokyo, or like Japan, and like now we've officially had somebody from Australia. And I get there are countries that we're not going to be able to get. Like I'm pretty sure YouTube is banned in like North Korea. No, no, it's not only you. My cell phone service might be dropping a little, but there's other people here in the stream, and Michael usually listens from like in the back consistently, so I never know if YouTube's constantly counting him because he usually sits in here like the entire live stream, almost. Like I said, Michael's been just as committed as I have to the channel, so it's not just only you. There's people, and even if there isn't, that's fine. It's not about the number. It's about the impact that we have per stream. But yeah, so anyways, I think that's actually really cool. I think we've officially gone like worldwide now. If Graham is too silent, I try to start a conversation about something. So people, it's true. Like I said, Oscar, you're never alone here, man. Even then, like I said, I can usually talk forever too. But Michael doesn't normally sit in here like the entire live stream like a crazy man. He'll spark conversation, or him and I'll just sit here and talk. He is literally just as committed to the channel as I am, which is nice to see. And especially considering I don't pay him anything. Holy Jesus, it's a busy parking lot today. I might as well just go to the 2-hour mark and then call it a day on the stream. I just don't want to push your conversation, so if Graham is talking... Well, that... Which... I mean... I don't even know how to comment on that, Michael, because that is pretty much what you do. You normally sit here, you contribute to the conversation, you add dialogue, but then if there's a lot of people talking, you sit in the back, which isn't a bad thing either, because you're always watching for like comments and stuff. Like I've seen you mute some of Kite's profiles, so I always appreciate the efforts that have been put in. But it's fine. Like these live streams now that we're actually like, you are also at work. That's true. I am not. Well, I say that, but like as soon as YouTube catches up, it's gonna allow me to open up this like YouTube store and stuff. So eventually I'll start making money off of this to donate to people. So it'll classify as work. Like that being said, too, if I really ran out of things to talk about, I probably could go home now because Chelsea and the kid are probably up getting ready for school. But like I said, I like a nice even number. So I might as well just try to make up conversation for the next like 13-ish minutes. And get that nice even number on the live stream. Oh, we got an extra like. Oh, for anybody not talking, I appreciate you guys for showing up. If you guys are new here, my name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm disabled. The wheelchair is always in the back of my truck. You can kind of see it there. The windows are kind of foggy now because it's really nice outside. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody because with there being 24 time zones, sometimes people can't show up to the lives. So with this 24-hour live stream, I hope to meet everybody. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to donate $2,000 of my own money to a local charity in the area for school supplies, books, shoes, clothes, whatever they need. I appreciate it, Michael. So if you guys are new here, I encourage you to follow along on this journey because we are gaining traction rather quickly. The guy you see commenting consistently is Michael. He's been here since the second ever live stream. He cares about the channel just as much as I do. He's had me talking in his ear for the last hour and 48 minutes while he's been at work. I read every single comment because nobody should ever be ignored. And if I don't, that's because I didn't see the comment because you might see me fiddle a little. And it's because I've refreshed the comments between like all comments and top ones to make sure that everybody gets heard. My chat is super PG, super friendly because if you want to make a comment directly towards me, that's fine. But the chat stays family friendly because people should be respected. I sit in my car and I talk you guys' ear off because whether I have 100 subscribers, 1,000 subscribers, or 100,000 subscribers, I want to get to know every single person. I want to listen to every single person's story because nobody deserves to be ignored. Everybody deserves to have a voice. Because my name's Graham. I have cerebral palsy, so I'm disabled, so I get overlooked day in and day out. I got an even better idea since yesterday. A car that deploys. If it did. I have an even better idea since yesterday. Also, welcome, Caleb. A car that deploys a tent peg type thing that goes into the... Yeah, but so they kind of have those already, Caleb. Like in Canada, you can get what's called studded tires. So it's basically the same thing, but like you can't use them. Like they wreck. I've written enough messages to fill a book, mate, and not one of them have been read out. Just kidding, mate. Only came across your channel. Wish you all the best. Good luck. From Belfast. Oh man, I appreciate you, Mr. Blue. Welcome to the channel, man. Everybody gets that personal welcome. I want to make sure that everybody feels welcome. Like I said, I'm sure you heard my story because I tell my story like 1,000 times in a video because I don't directly ask for likes or subs. I think it's cheesy when YouTubers do that, but I tell the story a million times. So my name's Graham. I have cerebral palsy. I'm disabled. The wheelchair sits in my truck bed. I drive my dream truck that I've wanted ever since I knew about driving. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream because there's 24 different time zones. There's 24 opportunities for people to not be able to show up because time zones just don't line up. Ander, welcome. At a thousand subscribers, I'm gonna do a $2,000 donation, hopefully fully produced, because my buddy owns a production company. So hopefully he'll call me a bit of a friends and family discount. I can honestly say I appreciate the name there, Ander, because it's like you explaining that your name is actually Ander, which I think is kind of cool. I like knowing where people are from because I always tell you guys I'm from Southern Ontario, which is true. The guy you see with the blue wrench is Michael. He's been kicking around ever since my second ever live stream. He's just as committed. He's just as friendly. And in fact, I've been talking his ear off for the last hour and 51 minutes while he's been at work. So if that doesn't tell you something, it really should. My mom and dad cursed me by having my name have the word dingus in it. Honestly, that would be a bit of a curse. But like, I'd also have a little bit of fun with it and just go by dingus. And then like, just, it would blow people's mind because they'd literally have to call you dingus. But they'd be like, really? And then you'd be like, yes. So I think that's really cool. Like I said, man, welcome to the live stream. You couldn't be from Southern Ontario with those wonderful red locks and the fantastic beard. Definitely from down the road, man. I wish. So I am technically half British, but I'm growing the hair out to donate it to cancer, because a bunch of people in my circle, as well as my grandmother who beat cancer twice before succumbing the third time, have all had cancer. So rather than donate money, I'm donating time and effort, because when you donate money to a charity, it might be not for profit, but they still got to pay the people, they got to pay the organization. Your monetary contribution doesn't go as far as you want it to. So my hair should be long enough by next month to actually donate. Ever met anyone over 100? No, but I'd like to. The wisdom that they could impart would be cool. At this point, anybody over 100 would have lived through 2 world wars. Would have seen a massive generational shift between being able to afford things. What's going on, man? Welcome back. Like, I'd love to meet and have a conversation with somebody over the age of 100, because just the contribution that they could share and the stories they could tell you, they could just go on for hours. Like I said, anybody over 100 now has lived through 2 world wars. And so much more. Like, I'll give you some and help with your channel out a little. May not see lives too much, but it's different and work. Hey, man, drop by whenever you can. You're always welcome. Everybody's always welcome. Like I said, at that 750 subscriber mark, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream, so I'm eventually going to catch everybody. So the fact that you've contributed to the conversation, the fact that you've asked these questions, it means the world to me, man. What's your favorite game to play? So I live on a farm, so I have really slow Wi-Fi, so I like single-player games. So I like Spider-Man 1 and 2 for the PS5. I think those are great games. I know somebody 104 turning 105. It's my cousin's grandpa, my dad said. That's amazing, man. Like I said, I would sit down and have a conversation with them for sure. Like, you literally should sit down with them, even with like a tape recorder. That sounds like such an old person, but even like a voice recorder, man. You should sit down with them and listen to their stories. Like, the stuff they could tell you, it'll be truly, truly inspirational. He apparently has dementia. Yeah, but I would still sit and have a conversation with him, and still, like, even get your recordings. Because even when you have dementia, you have spikes of clarity, and asking him about the past might actually give him a spike of clarity. And I mean, at 105, you're gonna be missing all your teeth, man. But like at 105, you don't really care. Like, you don't care how you look. At 105, man, you're just there. People are looking after you. People are taking care of you. People are listening to you. Oh, I'm apparently back again. But that's what I mean, man. Like, at 105, I would just be listening to his stories. Like, I would definitely just take a recorder and listen to his stories. Because, like I said, he'll definitely have like a spike of clarity when you ask him the right questions, and it'll be like something else, man. I have no idea how long my live stream is actually at now because it reset my timer, which is so sad. Because I was waiting to see that 2 hour mark on the live stream, which is so sad. For anybody new here, my name is Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I'm growing my hair out to donate it to cancer because when you donate money, the money goes to the charity, like it goes to the charity, it goes to pay the people, it goes to pay the finance, so your monetary contribution doesn't go as far as you like it to. I have cerebral palsy. The wheelchair is always in the back of my truck. I drive my dream truck that I've wanted ever since I knew what driving was. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a huge donation video of $2,000 of my own money to a local charity in my area for school supplies, books, shoes, clothes, whatever they need, whatever they want. Because again, when you give a monetary contribution, it doesn't go as far as you want. But if you give a homeless man a piece of paper and he writes a symphony, you've changed his life, you've changed somebody else's life, and you've changed whoever listens to their music. Southern Ontario is Doug Ford's jurisdiction, but like, you can't think of it like that, man. It's a democracy, so he can't make all the changes and everything that he wants to do without going through the proper channels. So I definitely wouldn't call it that. Ibrahim, no, man, no, don't ever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily believe in God. I think that there's something after death, but I don't necessarily believe in God. But you don't have to say things like that, man. I have no idea when I started the stream. Like I said, I had kind of a connection drop, and now the timer's reset to like 3 minutes. But Ibrahim, welcome to the live stream, man. I appreciate you. Everybody gets that personal welcome because I want everybody to feel welcome. But I'm not. I'm from Southern Ontario, so I'm from Canada. I'm pretty sure there's an Ontario in Europe as well, but I am from Canada. I'm Canadian. Saying things like that is going to put Graham in. Dingus, don't be so harsh like that, man. I'm from outside of Toronto. That's a little harsh, man. Like I said, I don't necessarily believe in something like that, but Ibrahim might, so just be kind of mindful, okay? Like, I genuinely don't believe that we just... Asia, welcome to the live stream. Orange, welcome back, man. I genuinely don't believe that we just rot in the ground. That's awful to think. Like, I think it's lame. I think it's lousy. And now the fact that I lost my dad back in July or June, I think it was June. Like, I think just the idea of just rotting in the ground after death is like miserable. Ibrahim, settle down, man. I get it might be a joke, man. I get it, but the stream is super PG, right? Because people of all ages, races, religions come in here, and they don't need to see that, man. Everybody should feel welcome. Everybody should feel respected. So I get it was a joke, but let's just not. Um, it is 8:18 in the morning. I have no idea how long I've actually been streaming for, because I guess I had a bit of a connection drop and now it says 5 minutes. But I'm sure it's somewhere over the 2 hour mark, but I'm not exactly sure how long I've been streaming for at this point. I joined your live for it. I'm going to mispronounce that to all hell. I have a Google Pixel 8, man. Everything I do is done on my Google Pixel 8. I have no special camera, no people, no nothing. It is literally me, my wheelchair, and my Google Pixel 8. Azur Ban, oh god. Azur Azurban? You look, I know, I get that a lot, but my mom is actually British, so I'm half Canadian, half British. But I get the Scotland thing a lot because of my red hair and my red beard. But I'm donating my hair up to cancer in about a month. I've been telling people that I'm going to donate it, and I haven't exactly determined when. But I think in a month it'll actually be like long enough. Are you Irish, Scottish? I'm my mom. My mom's from Britain. Theo, welcome to the live stream, man. Everybody gets a personal welcome. Like I said, my mom is British and my dad was Canadian, so I'm half British, half Canadian. Yeah, it's not exactly appropriate, but it's fine. You can't judge a person based on the name they use for YouTube. I have seen the movie Braveheart. Mel Gibson was amazing. I love movies, so I totally understand the movie you're talking about. Of course you can, Oscar. I know a few people's birthdays. Val Kilmer did die 2 days ago. I do not smoke. I actually prefer, well, depends on what you're talking about. Cigarettes, no. I haven't actually. I haven't traveled much outside of Canada or the UK. A little bit to the US. I've been to Florida. My girlfriend and I have gone to New York a couple of times. But I'm looking for spots to travel. I don't chew bubblegum actually. I always forget that I'm chewing it, and then like I chew it for too long and my jaw hurts. That's what I'm saying, man. So like I'm growing my hair to donate it to cancer because a bunch of people in my circle have had cancer, but my grandmother beat cancer twice before succumbing to it a third time. Dominion. My name's Graham, man. I'm from Southern Ontario, so I'm Canadian. I'm growing my hair out to donate it to cancer. At 750 subscribers, I'm doing a 24-hour live stream. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm doing a huge donation video. Canada, US, or Europe, which I can't really answer that, man, because like I went to Europe when I was young because I've like my grandmother's over there. The US is fun and like the food is fun, but like Canada just has more open space and wilderness, which is kind of my thing. Ibrahim, I love playing video games, man. Well, that and talking to people on live streams apparently, because I keep going. So I love video games. I love sports, working out. No, I'm gonna have hair like this when I'm older too, because I get my hair from my mom. Oscar, I heard you, man. I thought I commented on it. Your birthday's May 23rd. I'm gonna write that down on my calendar. What is my favorite team? It depends on the sport. If you're talking football, the Denver Broncos. If you're talking basketball, I loved the Dallas Mavericks when Dirk Nowitzki was playing. Now I think he's one of the managing partners of the Dallas Mavericks. Baseball, you got to go with the Toronto Blue Jays. They're actually a pretty decent team. Hockey, same thing. Your birthday is April 22nd, so I mean that's coming up this month. So I mean, happy early birthday! But I'm sure I'll be streaming on your birthday. Best hockey player of all time was Wayne Gretzky, but because I'm disabled, I used to go to Easter Seal programs, so I used to sit in Matt Sundin's box all the time when I used to watch hockey games. So I'm a big fan of Matt Sundin as well. I got a few of his autographs. Ty Domi, man, like if we're talking OG Maple Leaf players, got a few of his autographs. My family's doing fine. Volvo, welcome to the live stream, man. I am Canadian. If you could go back 5 years and change your life. Probably start posting motivational content on YouTube a little earlier. But 5 years ago, man, there's nothing I'd really change. Like if we're talking decades ago, I'd go back and tell my younger self to focus on school more. As a person, I'm not at war with America, but I feel like our governments are kind of fighting. But like as a person, no. As a person, I'm just here. Favorite scientist? Ooh. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. I mean, you almost got to go with the cliche answer of Benjamin Franklin inventing electricity. But then I could go with like the modern day answer and say Elon Musk. And I know that's cliche, hear me out. But Elon Musk invented the Starlink satellite, who's connecting the world. Because I have slow farm Wi-Fi. And like Elon Musk gave me the Starlink satellite. And now I have access to faster internet, which is great. If you could go back and find, say, one family member from the death. It depends. Do they get healthier again? Because, like, if you go back in time and save somebody who wasn't healthy, then what's the point? But, like, if you go back in time, you save them, and then they're healthy, then sure. My birthday is in November 16th. Then yeah, I mean that's an obvious answer for anybody that's been here for a while. But since you're new here, I would go back in time and save my dad. Because my dad died back in June, but my dad was my hero. And Orange, I ended the stream, man, because when I do those gym streams, I care more about people's privacy than actually doing the stream. So like if I can't stream to the point where nobody else is in the stream or will be affected by the stream, then I just abruptly end it. There's no goodbye. There's no like. No, he was actually young. He wasn't even 60 yet. He was 58. I don't speak any other languages. I know hello and a few. Because my dear friend and moderator Michael has taught me a few different languages. There's actually a video that I watch on Discord of him explaining some dialects and conversational pieces. That's cool that you speak every language, man. That's really impressive. I mean, I love math, so. So, like, I don't really have a favorite math topic. I love math. Trix, welcome to the live stream. I don't think I've seen you before. Everybody gets that personal welcome. I appreciate you. My name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. The wheelchair is always in the back of the truck. I drive my dream truck. I'm growing my hair out to donate it to cancer. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody that's subscribed to me. And then at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a $2,000 donation video of my own money. I never ask you guys for money, so if I ever get spoofed, I never ask you guys for money because I don't want your money. I have a pretty good job, so I can afford to pay for the things that I want to do. Favorite historical event? I don't know if I have a favorite historical event. Because, like, our history hasn't been boring, but, like, our history's been boring in compared to, like, if I was back in the time of pirates where you could travel the world on a ship. It's a standard sized house, man. I'm not going to talk too much about where I live because my family doesn't like to be part of the live stream, so I'll give too much details about where I live. I don't know, man. I think the last I heard, I thought it was like 80s. But like life expectancy is different for everybody, and then you got to ask yourself like, what kind of life are you living? Like if you're in good health up until you're 80, it's not so bad. Do you play guitar? You seem to me like you seem to me a friend of mine that play. I do not play guitar. I wish I did. I wish I had some kind of skill. But with my disability, my fine motor skills kind of suck. So playing an instrument's kind of hard. It's not saying I can't, because I used to play like the saxophone in school, but like I do not play guitar. I wish I did. The only language I don't speak is North Centennial Island because they. I don't know, like, yeah, I mean, if that's true, that's awful, but I also don't know enough about that to comment, so hopefully they don't, but, I mean, oh, okay, Orange, so you're saying it is, like, there is heavy presence of cannibalism. I got you. Alright, see, I learned something new. I definitely don't know everything. I do have a little bit of wisdom sometimes, but sorry if it's hard to understand me. I don't speak English. My mother language is Spanish. That's okay. I understand. I understand you. Trust me. Everybody's welcome here. I wish I knew a little bit of Spanish so I could welcome you personally, because I could be cheesy as hell and be like, hola is hello, but that's just cheesy. Do you have a laptop or something you can? I do not. Like I do, but the camera quality is gonna be nowhere near as good as my phone. So. Orange is from India, but has a remote job here in Canada as well. Yeah, Theo, he was talking about it. He actually filled me that little bit of information that I never actually knew. So he did mention that before, though, that it wasn't far off from where he lived. I kind of always wondered that too, so I respect the conversational start there, Theo. I'm good, Tricks, and I haven't slept enough yet, but that's because I work nights, so I've been up since last night. But I'm gonna go home, hang out with my girlfriend for a bit, and then go to sleep. So I'll get enough sleep by the time I go back to work. Today was just my day off, so I streamed at the gym. I streamed at the gym, and then I hang out here talking to you guys. Because when I go to 750 subscribers, I'm gonna do a 24-hour live stream and try to meet everybody. But at 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do a huge donation video, hopefully fully produced. Because I'm trying to use YouTube to give back everything I possibly can. Who knows, man? Maybe he just liked the orange theme going on. It does sound like it would be a drink company, though. Soon, orange. Soon. I'm not worried about it. When you yawn, it's because you hold your breath, man. I'm glad you're still here. But when you yawn, it's because you hold your breath for too long, and a yawn is the quickest way to take in oxygen. Phone at 1%. I gotta go to sleep anyways. Theo, thank you so much, man, for stopping by the live stream. Thank you for the conversational piece. I had a late night flight. I'm tired too. I tell you, I'm gonna end the live stream soon. I have no idea how long I've been streaming for. It's definitely over the 2 hour mark now, but I'm probably gonna go soon too. Hang out with my girlfriend for a bit, and then go to sleep so I can go to work tonight. I always enjoy having my days off with you guys now that I've kind of figured out how like a routine. Because for anybody new here, my name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. Well, I know it's not, but you haven't actually said your name, so I literally just go with something out of the user profile so I can acknowledge your existence. I clearly understand that your name isn't all of that, but without knowing your actual name, I can't acknowledge your existence, and that wouldn't feel right. I work as an overnight manager, so I start work at 10:30 and then I work until whenever I get to go home. Just call UC. Well, C, thank you for coming to the live stream. Thank you for contributing to the conversation. Well, the username could be a little more tasteful, but I don't judge people based on their username. Everybody had a kid or is a kid one time in their life. But like I said, if I don't know people's names, I just go with like I pick a part of their username because it's easier that way. But see, now I know he wants to be called C. So, he's now known as C. It's that easy. I started my current job 8 months ago. Maybe? Maybe? Yeah, 8 months ago sounds about right. I'm not sure of the exact date, honestly. It's kind of a roller coaster. Actually, you know what? I think I started it right before my dad passed away. Where do I land in Canada? What do you mean, Orange? Which airport? Toronto, man. I live far enough outside of Toronto, but like not close enough to any other airport. So like I got to take the 2.5 hour drive to the airport. Yeah, man. Anyways, guys, I don't actually know how long I've been streaming for. I normally like to see a nice even number. Ontario is the province. Orange, what do you mean? Toronto's in Ontario. Not sure. I'm not sure what the question you're asking is. Oh man, I'm literally sitting in my truck. I drive. Then you use a park and fly. Or like when my dad was alive, he used to drive my truck down to the airport and then would drive my truck home. But park and flies are great, man. Especially being disabled. I'm required to get valeted, so like they pick me up in my truck, they drop me off in my truck. It's a good time. No, this is my truck. I bought this with my own hard-earned money. My job, my career. My dad would just drive my truck. My dad got to drive my truck before I did, but the truck is mine. There's no cosigner, there's no nobody on it. It's just me. Yeah, she got her own car too. She's not allowed to drive my truck. She can drive her own car. Cloudy days, welcome to the live stream, man. I appreciate the question. Truthfully, I don't want to live forever. I don't want to die right now, but I don't want to live forever. So if I had to choose, it would be the first option. Because living forever would be dumb as hell. You'd see your circle die. You'd see your parents and everything else die around you. It'd be awful. Just be an awful, awful time. So the option is neither. Man, I'm sorry you lost your job. That's awful. Cloudy, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, the option is neither. But if I had to choose, it would be the first one. I'm not going to say it out loud because then that acknowledges the existence of it. But if I had to choose, the option is the first one. Because I don't want to live forever. That would be awful. 100% awful. Hey man, if you worked for Walmart, I would just turn them into HR. There's no need to be hateful like that. That's wrong. Oscar, welcome back, man. It's not really him, man. It's just some dude. Don't worry about him too much. Anyways, guys, if anybody's new here, my name's Graham. I'm from Southern Ontario. I have cerebral palsy, so my wheelchair is always in the back of my truck. I bought my dream truck that I've wanted ever since I knew how to drive. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream to try to meet everybody. And at 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to donate $2,000 of my own money to a local charity in my area for clothes, school supplies, books, shoes, whatever they need. I'm going to ask them first, because if you give a homeless man a piece of paper and he writes a sin fee, you not only changed his life, but you changed everybody that hears them. I read every single comment. I encourage a conversation. Because electric wheelchairs aren't good for the soul, man. El Hombre, welcome to the chat, man. Everybody gets that personal welcome. I appreciate you for stopping by. Electric wheelchairs, for people that need them, are important. Electric wheelchairs, for people that don't need them, are not important. I would rather use a manual wheelchair and push myself around, because it's a good way to stay motivated, and it's a good way to stay active. The profile pic is a joke, because I don't want to show my face for privacy. See, he's from Korea, so that makes sense. Like I said, man, that's really awful that you lost your job, and I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a little sleepy because I sleep during the day because I work overnight, but I'm a little sleepy. Other than that, I'm good. Man, I usually remember people that start a conversation. And then, like, some people with weird, like, screen names and stuff stick out too, so. But I genuinely remember everybody that starts a conversation or comes in here. Usually. Sometimes it slips my brain a little bit, but, like, usually I'm pretty good. Like, see, if Hombre there ever comes back, I'm going to remember him because of his screen name. Because of how long it is and the fact that... Orange, of course I remember you, man. I also know you're from India. You work for Samsung in Saskatchewan. You questioned about sending your kid to a private school. I think it was in Mumbai. You genuinely hop into all the live streams at the gym. That's right, it was in Dubai. But I remember you talking about Mumbai, but I can't remember why. But I remember you asking about sending your kid to, like, a private school. Like I said, I have a genuinely good memory when it comes to people, and especially people that start a conversation. Sometimes a few little details slip here or there, because it's physically impossible to remember, like, everything. But I have a pretty good memory. That's right. Okay, yes, I remember. That's what I mean. Like, I remember people, I remember stories, and I remember most things. Some things slip out a little bit. Can't be helped. You can't remember every single detail about every single person. But you can remember every single person's name. Well, I actually have to set up a computer at some point and go through all my mods and everything else and remove a couple of people. You may not remember when I said I was born in North Korea. I escaped to South Korea. I do kind of... This is going to sound so bad. I do kind of remember that. Yes. Yes, I do remember you. You said you were born in North Korea, now live in Canada, and that you escaped when you were 34. That's right. You escaped North Korea when you were 34. You're now 37 and live in Canada. You live on like a border town that borders the US and Canada. The weather here is crazy too. We're starting to get rain again. It was pouring here earlier. It's only spitting here now, but it is raining again. But it's supposed to go up to like plus 16 today, so it's going to be really nice. Or really hot, depending on how you determine plus 16. But you're on the coast, so the water levels could get really high. I get you. Oh, you're... Oh, you escaped North Korea, and then you arrived... Okay. I remember reading it the first time, and it was like... I thought you escaped at 34. Yeah. Yeah, we've had tornadoes here a few times. You did, actually. Like I said, I remembered reading you saying that I didn't know about the refugee thing, but I remember you saying that you escaped to Canada at the age of 34. Anyways, guys, I appreciate all of you. I don't know how long I've been streaming for. I'm going to end the live stream. I want to thank everybody that started a conversation, contributed to a conversation. Everything in between. Everybody deserves a voice, and everybody's going to get heard. Probably tomorrow morning, though. Like, probably around 11 a.m. for me. So I don't know what time that is for you. Because, like, when it's not Tuesday or Wednesday, I stream after work. So it's usually around 11 Eastern Standard Time. So, like, it's 9 a.m. now almost. So, like, 2 hours-ish from now is when I'd start a stream. I appreciate everybody that showed up. I appreciated everybody that contributed to a conversation. At 750 subscribers, I'm going to do a 24-hour live stream. At 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to donate $2,000 of my own money to a local charity. If you guys haven't subscribed, I encourage you to join the conversation. My moderators are all around the world. So there's always somebody to talk to. Have a great day, you guys.